If water is essential for life, what other elements do living organisms need, and why?
Let's follow the matter in a living cell back to its sources.
Matter isn't created within the cell, it is harvested from the environment.
Carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen are the most prevalent elements used to build biological molecules. Nitrogen, phosphorus, and sulfur make additional essential contributions.
The identity of an element is determined by its type of atom, while molecules contain atoms joined by chemical bonds. These 6 are not the only elements organisms require. They are the elements emphasized in this AP topic because of their roles in the major biological molecules.
The question is not only which elements are present. The deeper question is where those atoms appear in biological molecules.
Carbon can form 4 covalent bonds.
That versatility allows cells to build many stable molecular frameworks.
Carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen appear again and again in biological molecules, but not in identical numbers or arrangements. Look across these models. Which 3 elements appear most consistently?
The molecules differ in shape, but carbon forms much of the framework, with hydrogen and oxygen arranged around it, in different patterns.
Atoms from the environment become the material from which organisms build new molecules.
Nitrogen is part of the nitrogenous bases in nucleic acids. It is also present in the amino groups of amino acids, the building blocks of proteins.
If a model contains nitrogen, does that prove it is a nucleic acid?
Nitrogen is useful evidence, but not because both nucleic acids and proteins contain nitrogen.
Exactly, narrow the possibilities, but the arrangement of atoms provides stronger evidence.
So growing organisms need a continuing source of nitrogen because they are building new nucleic acids and proteins.
Yes, growth requires both energy and molecular building materials. Growth requires both energy and molecular building materials.
Cells use phosphorus in phosphate groups. Those groups become part of nucleic acids and phospholipids.
Which part of this phospholipid contains phosphorus?
Phosphorus can become part of the molecules that store information and the lipids that help build cell boundaries.
Good. You connected an environmental element to 2 different classes of biological molecules. Sulfur is present in some amino acids. When cells assemble those amino acids, sulfur becomes part of the resulting protein. Observe the protein chain beginning to fold. Two cysteine side chains approach each other. Would the presence of sulfur prove that an unknown sample is a protein?
It would support the possibility, but wouldn't prove the molecule's identity by itself.
Exactly. AP-REN requires considering the complete pattern, not one atom in isolation.
Sulfur is less common than carbon, hydrogen, or oxygen, but its location can still matter greatly.
Exactly. Biological importance is not determined only by abundance.
Living systems do not create these elements from nothing. Chemical reactions rearrange atoms into new combinations.
Nitrogen and phosphate ions are absorbed by plant roots. They pass through cell walls and enter the transport system. The transpiration stream carries them upward to the leaves. Living systems do not create these elements from nothing. Chemical reactions rearrange atoms into new combinations.
So when an organism grows, matter from the environment becomes part of new cells.
Growth requires a supply of atoms as well as a supply of energy. Growth requires both energy and molecular building materials. AP Biology is not asking you to memorize 6 letters without context. You should be able to inspect a molecular representation, identify its elements, and explain what those elements allow a living system to build. Notice how arrangement and bonding drive structure.
These materials are essential for life.
What can elemental composition tell you, and what can it not tell you?
It can provide evidence about the kinds of biological molecules that may be present, but I also need the arrangement of atoms before I can identify a molecule confidently.
The arrangement of atoms provides the strongest evidence. Identifying the elements is the first step toward confident identification.
Describe the evidence in the models before naming the molecules.
Model A has only C, H, and O. Model B includes nitrogen and phosphorus. Model A is a carbohydrate, while Model B is a nucleic acid.
Could composition alone distinguish every carbohydrate from every lipid?
Both contain carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen, so we need the arrangement and bonding patterns too.
That is correct. Welcome to our plant growth investigation. We are comparing 4 groups of identical seedlings. Omitted nutrients cause visible stunting. Roots absorb these essential mineral ions. Identify the independent variable, the dependent variable, and the control treatment.
The independent variable is the nutrient treatment, and the dependent variable is the plant's dry mass. The complete solution is our control.
The data shows that removing a nutrient reduces growth, but it cannot prove which specific molecule caused the reduction.
That is the difference between evidence and overclaiming. Now, let's combine our observations. How does the elemental evidence connect to the growth data?
The lack of specific elements likely prevents the synthesis of the molecules that contain them.
An evidence-based model must bridge the gap between atoms and organisms.
Living organisms obtain atoms from the environment and rearrange them into biological molecules. Their positions and bonds help determine which molecules cells can build.
The elements are the raw materials. Biology begins when cells organize those atoms into molecules with specific structures.
If these elements, how do cells join small molecules into large biological polymers, and how do they break those polymers apart again?
If these elements are the raw materials of life, how do cells join small molecules into large biological polymers, and how do they break those polymers apart again?